You are your habits, not who you think you are in your head. Okay, wait. Before we go any further, let me introduce myself. So, I'm Shalise, and I'm a life coach for introverts. I specialize in shy introverts. So, let's get back to the topic at hand. Like I said, you are your habits, not who you think you are in your head. So, why would I say that? Right? Okay, so we have different versions of ourselves. There are about 4 different versions of you, but we're just going to focus on the imagined self, okay? So what is the imagined self? So the imagined self, or the ideal self, it's the part of a person's self-concept that consists of their desires, hopes, and wishes. So essentially, your imagined or ideal self is the version of you that you wish you were versus the version of you that you actually are. How can we determine who you actually are? Well, by what you do, by your habits. So we're going to give an example. I'm going to use 5 qualities that you may consider yourself to have, but then in your actual realities, in your actual behaviors, you actually do the opposite of what you tell people you are. Here's the first example. You say, oh, I have integrity. I am honest, I'm forthcoming, and I don't steal. I don't do any of those things. But then you go to Victoria's Secret and you steal the panties and the lip glosses out of the store because you're like, oh, nobody's watching and hey, I really need this. But you said you have integrity, right? Let's move on. You claim to be financially sound, good with money, responsible. Every time you feel like it, you go and get fast food, and every time you go to a store and you see something you want, you have to find a reason to get it. You don't have a budget, and you actually live paycheck to paycheck. Let's move on. You tell people that you're reliable, people can depend on you, but then you offer to help your friend set up for her kid's birthday party, and then you come up with an excuse an hour before the party starts as to why you can't help. That doesn't sound reliable to me. Let's move on. You claim to be a great friend and that people just don't get you. You're good to all your friends, you're loyal and all of that, but you actually slept with your best friend's boyfriend. So, let's move on. You say, oh, I'm a very supportive person. I got everybody's back. But every time your friend is going through something, you make the conversation about yourself. You actually don't even hear her out, and she now doesn't come to you when she's having a bad time. She keeps it to herself. Those are examples of how we can imagine ourselves to be a certain way, but then our actions and our behaviors show that we're actually not that at all. We're not what we claim to be at all. So how do you make your actions match who you see yourself as? You have to actually become the person that you say you are.